What is up, car addicts? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles I never got the chance to because I didn't start making car customization videos till about late 2015. Again guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you want to see me customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Truffade Nero. Now I did customize this car in the past, but that was an old video with my kind of awful microphone quality from back then, so a lot of you guys wanted me to re-customize it for this video. Now this car came out with the import-export update in December of 2016. It could be purchased from the Benny's website for about $1.4 million, so definitely not a cheap car. But with how expensive the newer cars are these days and the DLCs, some of them not even being supercars, and they're well over $1 million, the price of this car really isn't that terrible. Also, at the time I'm recording this car is currently the Prize Right Challenge vehicle, which I'm sure a lot of you have probably already acquired during this event week. Now this car also does have a Benny's version, which is called the Nero Custom. It offers a lot more customization and is a bit faster as well. However, you do lose the awesome active aero spoiler from the standard one, which I absolutely love. But anyways, in terms of performance, the regular Nero is a decently fast supercar, putting itself in top 15 in terms of top speed for the supercar class. Pretty impressive. However, in terms of lap time, it does suffer a bit and is around 25th place, which is still pretty decent, but obviously a ways off the pace of the top supercars. And it's also worth mentioning that it handles pretty well for what it is, just obviously not on the crazy level that these borderline race cars handle like in the supercar class. But anyways, in terms of what the Nero is based on, it's primarily based on the Bugatti Chiron. Just an absolutely beautiful hypercar and one of my favorite Bugattis ever made. I think Rockstar did a great job making their own version for GTA. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the Nero. Alright, Nero, obviously the regular one, not the custom. So for those of you wondering, to convert it to the custom, it's usually about 600,000, but it is discounted when I'm recording this during this event week, so down to 450,000. So not really too crazy expensive. This car obviously base is about 1.4 million, so you add this on top and you're getting pretty close to $2 million. And if it's not discounted, it's definitely over $2 million. So definitely something to keep in mind, but obviously for this video, we're trying to do the, we're gonna keep it to the regular spec. I do love that active aero spoiler. Personally, I own both the regular Nero and the custom because I just think they're both very different, and it's honestly worth owning both, mainly because of that active aero spoiler that I just love. Alright, anyways, armor, brakes, bumpers, very simple options here, but they're nice. They're a nice simple touch for the most part. So you have a nice splitter, secondary color to match a secondary going all along the car. Then you have a carbon front splitter, which looks great. I am going to keep the secondary because I do want to keep that two-tone look with the secondary color down through the whole bottom section of the car. So we are going to do secondary colored splitter. Engine, exhaust. So you have carbon surround. You have like a nice quad center carbon. Then you have the hex, which looks kind of like a Lambo exhaust with 4 exhaust pipes going through the middle. Looks very strange. Then you have the carbon section there. Personally, I like the stock. I think it suits it very well, and I do like it in carbon because it looks like the light kind of like continues. I don't know, that whole kind of grill back section, I feel like it flows better without the color on it. I feel like it breaks it up too much, at least for my taste. So we're gonna do the carbon there. Hood, you have a stripe and more stripes, and then you have carbon. So basically just different color variations. I prefer it one solid color there. Lights, do some xenons. These headlights are just absolutely gorgeous on this car. Continuing plates, I already got my Chiron plate there. We're just gonna give it a black background.
What you were looking for?
So color, this is a interesting one. I don't know, when I think Bugatti, ever since I saw the first one they showed, that really nice bright blue, with like that blue carbon or whatever they had in the secondary kind of part of the car. I just fell in love with it, and I've always had my build in GTA like that, so we're gonna replicate that here. So we're gonna go to Ultra Blue. Where is it? So I mean, this is the closest you can get without getting into, you know, crude colors or modded colors, any of that stuff. Just using the base GTA colors they offer, this is the closest you're gonna get. So metallic Ultra Blue for your primary. The pearlescent is already Ultra Blue, and you actually want that for when you put your secondary color so it transfers over. So our secondary color, we're gonna go here to classic. It doesn't have to be metallic, it's the same thing once you have the primary color with the pearl. We're gonna go here to right here, the midnight blue, and it's dark enough so that in certain lights it looks almost black, but it's bright enough with the pearlescent that in direct sunlight it really shines through, and it just works really well in this car. You're gonna do that, and your trim color is your interior color. And fun fact about this interior, believe it or not, at least to my knowledge, the Nero was the first car that used this interior. This was a brand new interior back then. Obviously, they've reused it in a bunch of cars since then, but this was the first vehicle to have it. So here we're gonna go kind of similar to the real one. The real car had like a kind of like a light brown interior. We want to do something kind of similar to that. I think the saddle brown might work well. Or maybe, you know what, maybe we'll go a tad bit brighter. I think the sandy brown might work well, kind of tan-ish. Let's keep that for now and keep looking. Maybe a straw brown. How does the saddle look from outside? No, I think, yeah, the brighter one looks a bit better. Okay, we'll do that. Side skirts, secondary, and then you have carbon, definitely with secondary. Transmission, turbo, wheels. So if you notice, this car does have a lot of chrome trim on the front grille, the intakes, the side, kind of very like super cool bodyline they did with the chrome, kind of similar to the real Chiron. I love that chrome strip there, the engine bay, the exhaust. You know, there's a lot of chrome here and there, so I do want to kind of tie that into the wheels. And I've looked through a bunch of them. Most of the street and track category wheels don't have much chrome. Some of them do. They have some nice deep dish. But I really couldn't find anything I liked in these, at least for this car. So we're gonna go to the traditional wheels. Actually, we're gonna go here to high end, and we're gonna put on the traditional Mercies with the chrome lip. And if we give it a black, you can color there. You can see how we have the black spokes with the chrome lip, and it just goes so well with all the chrome we have on this car. I think it just looks absolutely gorgeous. Windows, so it tints that. I think it also tints the back glass. Yes, it does. So I'm not sure how dark we want to go there. Maybe just blacked out. I don't know. Maybe dark smoke or light smoke. I guess we'll just go dark smoke. Alright, so that's all the options there. Obviously, this is the standard Nero, but I mean, I think it's good that it even has some customization, because at the end of the day, this is a Benny's vehicle. It's the only website you could buy it on. So at least it does have some options for the normal one, which is great. So that's my build there. Pretty much the same as the one I had before. I mean, I just absolutely love this build, and I wanted to kind of replicate it for this video. Alright, let's give it some revs here. Awesome. Sounds so good. Now the Adder sounds a bit better, at least in my opinion, and it's got like a nice deeper tone, but this car obviously looks better, at least to me. It drives a whole lot better, and it's faster as well. So first person, very nice. Of course, we look through here, see the engine back there. Super cool. Alright, let's floor it here. Of course, we got that all-wheel drive, and this thing moves. Very fast for what it is. That active aero spoiler up there. And if we brake, you can see the air brake. Very cool. And if you slow down, it's going to retract. Boom, right there. Start picking up speed. Comes back up. Just like the T20 and some other vehicles as well. Just super cool. I really wish more cars had this. Now, some of the newer ones, they have been giving them the active aerial spoilers, like the Ignis, for example. I think the Furia has one too, if I remember correctly. I know the XA2 one for sure has one. But they've kind of shied away from the air brake function. Now these newer ones, they just go up and that's it. They don't do anything else. This one actually has the air brake functionality, which the T20 also has, so love that there. And it's a really nice car to drive. Very predictable, a nice grand tour for sure. And you can take corners at, you know, really good speeds, and because of the all-wheel drive and the weight, I mean, it's a really easy car to drive, that's for sure. It's a very simple and easy car to drive, very smooth, very predictable, and it's a joy to drive for sure. I wouldn't say it's very playful to drive or like fun in that sense because it's so easy to drive. But it's still a nice one to drive for sure if you're not, you know, trying to drift and all that stuff and, you know, go crazy with a car that, you know, doesn't have much traction. This one definitely has a lot of traction. So easy to drive. Love it. Alright, let's pull over here and open all the doors and stuff. I guess we'll just park it right here, why not? Excuse me, Bugatti coming through. Thank you. There we go. Alright. So I believe only the doors open on this one. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've taken this car out and opened the doors. Let's see. Okay, the front trunk opens. I did not know that. I kind of forgot about that. So that's nice. You can see the texture quality is not bad here. That's kind of surprising. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense because the import-export update, I believe, was the update that brought out the function in the interaction menu where you can open the doors and stuff. So they kind of put a little more detail into these cars. Interior is awesome. Love it. Works very well. Oh man, that's so cool. I really wish they would let you bring the active aerial spoiler up while you're parked. They should really add that in here. Kind of like the convertible top option. So in here you have, for example, roof up and down. They should add an option where it's vehicle spoiler up or down. Oh, that would be so cool. That would be super great for photos. Just have it come up and then you can retract it whenever you want. Obviously there's not that many vehicles in the game that have it, so they probably won't add an option for such a small number of vehicles in the interaction menu that's always there, kind of grayed out. But it'd be nice if they were to do that. Alright, let's close that up there. Overall, it's an awesome car. Obviously, I definitely recommend trying to get it. It's currently on sale, and it's on the prize ride by the time I'm recording this. Obviously, if you're watching it, it might not be on sale or on the prize ride. But, I mean, even at its normal price, I feel it's decently worth it. Maybe wait for a discount, but, I mean, for 1.4 million, I mean, there's cars now that are pretty plain-looking normal cars and SUVs and stuff that they're charging over $1 million for, and it's not a Bugatti. This is literally a Bugatti. You know, this is the hypercar, crazy car. And I think it's pretty well worth its price tag in comparison to the newer stuff they've been adding. So that's kind of my take on it there. Now, should you upgrade it to Venero Custom? Personally, I have both. I feel like you kind of need both if you want, you know, the two different looks. The other one's more of like a crazy track car. This one's more of like the Grand Touring Cruiser with that awesome spoiler. So, you know, different strokes for different folks, as they say. I think they're both very different cars, and that's why I personally own both. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Remember to let me know down below in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you want to see me customize next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.